welcome back to Art with Ryan, and today we're going to talk about one of my favorite finds that I found this last week, and it's a two-parter, and it's called Silver Connections with Philip Ashton Coppola. So this is a really interesting story to me because he's a New Yorker. But not only is he a New Yorker, but he has gone around on his spare time and kind of documented the city as it is now and not as he imagines it. So it's really great. And he's produced a couple of these books with his images in it. And I was really kind of shocked that the Grand Central Transportation Museum did not have any of these books for sale because they're super interesting. So to begin, these are his notebooks. So as Mr. Coppola goes around the city, he goes and he makes to a subway stop, and he'll make a bunch of notes about what's happening and what the tile work is. So what he mainly is focusing on is the ambient feel of a subway station. Kind of that, what is the tile work and ornamentation and decorative motifs that make this subway station its own characteristic personality and have these kind of moments. And I think it's phenomenal. And so he'll take these sketches, which we're seeing here, and he will take them back to his home and make these. Now these are finished product. So everything here is intentional. There is no shadowing that is there. There is no kind of gradient. What he's doing is basically giving you like a cross-stitch pattern or a blueprint on if you wanted to rebuild this subway station, here is a very artistic blueprint. Now the great thing about this exhibit is we just looked at this B. Now look right below it is the stone, the actual stone from Bleecker Street that has been replaced, and you'll see how they match. Here is the Bleecker Street sign. Again, he's not trying to show you what it looks like in some kind of like Hollywood movie-esque, thing. Now let's move to the Astoria Place. So here is the sign, here's the beaver that were made in tile. Now I'm going to zoom in on his drawing and you'll see, oh, there is the beaver, and you'll see all of the ornamentation. Now you'll see, well, he said there's no shading, there's no gradient. That's right. What you're seeing is a color scale. So you saw that there was a dark blue background, and what he's trying to do is give you a map on this is this color, this way that this is marked is this color, this is this color. Now we're going to get to some images later where you're going to see the key is also on the image. I think this one has a key. Oh, well, here is the tile for the Eagle at the 33rd Street station. That is not there anymore because I've been to the 33rd Street station, and that is not what that looks like anymore. They've redone it. But if you wanted to recreate it, you have the ability now thanks to Mr. Coppola. Well, Mr. Coppola, see, bronze, stars are in white. He's telling you exactly the color scale, shield frame, ivory green. So he's giving you these scales and these things. He's pointing to you, look how he says tan, gray. So now you can see what the mirrored side of the image, what those colors are referencing. So here again is another one of his notebooks. And you'll see that he's making notes on what this is and what that is. And they're not that detailed of a drawing because he goes home and he finishes a super well written rendering. So we talk about how people can't create an image now because we have people like Mr. Coppola who is looking at what most New Yorkers pass as a mundane subway dressing, and he has found the beauty in it. He has found that extraordinary. Oh, there's the key right there. There's the key. So you can see what each of those tiles represents by the markings in it. So it's not a gradient, it's a key. But again, Mr. Coppola is finding the beauty in these things, and he's not just kind of going around New York and just willy-nillying it. He's got a particular agenda, he's got a particular method, And the way that he's building things, oh, here's Times Square. So if you ever wanted to go to Times Square and you're doing a school play or some background, Mr. Coppola is going to be a great reference for you, because he's got the tools to tell you how to build your own backdrop. So that subway dressing for your play, or the child's bedroom, or your restaurant in Iowa, here is actual subway kind of blueprint, so that you have that authentic feel, so that you've got that authenticness, because an authentic New Yorker went through, took the time, and built these kind of blueprints for you. Here is see, so you're looking at the sails are white, the birds are white, the border of that thing looks green to me, and that blue, and then right here is the drawing that Mr. Coppola did, and then here's all the surrounding tile work and relief work that has also been ships and rigging, light brown, sails, pendants, ivory yellow, I was wrong, sky is dark blue, dark green, sea is sea green, and seashells are ivory. So it's nice to see. So the surrounding tiles are pink and buff and viridian. So he's telling you everything that you need to know. There's nothing that he's leaving out. There's no mystery to things. Pardon me. But again, he's basically showing you how the sausage is made, for a lack of a better expression. And the nice thing about this exhibit, I'm not going to show you everything. This is a two-part video, because I don't want the videos to be too long. But these are videos that are showing you what New York is like without being in a subway. And these are videos that are showing you the artistic beauty and quality of what New Yorkers find in New York. This is my favorite right there. The grate, that is a grate, and it's made out of brass, and yeah, you need to go to the exhibit and look for yourself, because this is just a tasting. I'm not filming everything, because if I filmed everything, there'd be no reason for you, the viewer, to engage with this exhibit. And this exhibit is by far one of my favorite exhibits in the city. It's free. It's at Grand Central Station. It's open like 9 to 6 or 9 to 7. Go to the Grand Central Transit Museum website, and they will have all of the hours for their business. But again, this is amazing, and you need to take advantage of it, because for yourself, this is truly a remarkable exhibit. There's not many exhibits that are like this in the city. That it's usually some kind of New Yorker's political view, or, their experience. But here's someone just documenting New York as New York is. There's no left or right wing agenda. There's no hidden message. It is just the beauty of architecture as it is. And it goes from like 1970 to present day. So if you're saying, there's nothing very modern about this, or if it's very genderist, no, because he's showing all of the different things that are happening in the city. And some of these subways are designed by men and women and immigrants and non-immigrants and conservatives and Republicans and gays and lesbians. And so it takes all of those people to build the subway. So, and all of those people ride on the subway. So there's no hidden message here. But all I have to say is that if there is a hidden message, is look for the unexpected beauty of things. Now, I did not get to mention a few slides ago, you saw the 72nd subway overpass, the entrance arch. Now that is something that I see probably 6 to 7 times a week, and I've never noticed how beautiful it is. And here he is like taking the time to show us just the true magnitude and beauty of these things. So I am thankful for Mr. Coppola for all he has done for the city. And don't forget to subscribe so that you can follow our channel and find out when new videos are coming out. And thanks for watching.